Okay, take two. Let's try this again. Let's make sure this is working. Don't we love technology? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's try this over again. For those of you who jumped on and had to jump back on, I'm sorry. Hopefully you can catch back up with me. I'm going to give it just a second to make sure we're connecting. Okay, I see that I'm live over on Facebook. So, yes. Okay, it's working. Awesome. I love using technology. We never know if it's going to work right. I'm using something called Ecamm, and I have fallen in love with this platform, but for some reason, sometimes my internet connection here in the office doesn't work. So, sorry. Hopefully you guys can join me back. So come back. And we've got some amazing training for you today, all about Pinterest. And I'm excited to talk to you about kind of how you can start using Pinterest to build your funnels. So that is my passion, just helping women discover that there's other social media out there, and Pinterest has been one of my favorites. So, okay, I'm showing that I'm live, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, and I can see your comments, so say hello as you jump in, tell me where you're watching from, and if you have questions, of course, throughout the workshop here, I will come back to those and answer those questions. So just to introduce myself, my name is Rocha, and I have been an entrepreneur for over 15 years, really dedicated for the last 4 years of this online space. And I love what I do. I help women build their online businesses. I have an academy that I help them go through a whole year, really focusing on structuring their sales funnels and systems. And today I really want to focus on Pinterest because I get a lot of questions about Pinterest. I built a health coaching business all on Pinterest, and 98% of my traffic comes from Pinterest, and that's where most of my clients come from. So that's what I want to talk about today. And I have a little slideshow that I'm going to kind of flip over. So I'll come back and forth. You'll see my voice for a few minutes, and then we'll go back to the slideshow. So it's not just all slides. So let's make sure we can do this correct. Okay, and you should be starting to see my slideshow. That should be working there. We're going to double check over on Facebook. Let me just bear with me for a second and make sure that is working. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I can see it. All right, so let's talk all about funnel building and starting with Pinterest. So specifically, I'm going to talk to you about how I grew my blog from 0 visitors to over 10,000 visitors a day, just specifically with Pinterest. So I want you to think about this and kind of picture, you started this new business, you're super excited, you've signed up with your best friend down the street. This is the next up and coming company. The products are awesome. You love the products, you use them, and you love the mission behind the company. And you just really want to shout off the roof of the, tops of the roof that you have found something that everybody needs, right? And you go on social media and you announce to the world, hey, I have found the next best thing. This is so freaking awesome that you have to try it. So you post this and maybe you get a few questions about it. Your other best friend and maybe your mom is like, what are you doing now? So you instantly message them back and you say, hey, you know what? Could you do me a favor? Will you host a party at your house? Because this is seriously going to blow up. And you can feel that your family and friends, they really don't want to do this for you, but because they love you, they're going to do it anyways. So you host this party and it goes okay. You get a few people that show up and maybe even you have a couple orders. But honestly, it wasn't your thing. Like you just really didn't love it. And you thought you wanted to work from home, but to do this party, you had to get a babysitter and you spent like $75 on food for the guests and you made like $25 and you just start thinking, okay, there has got to be a better way. So I want to tell you that there is, and it's all about how to bring customers to you. Honestly, my favorite platform is Pinterest. And, the concept of attracting clients, really, this is brilliant. So, while it may be tough sometimes to turn a client or a potential client into a client that's interested in using what you're selling, your products or your service, if you have a really good sales funnel in place, that you create the connection with somebody, that you create those fans and you teach them something and you really get loyal followers, or even stalkers sometimes with those people, and they didn't even know you existed, they start to understand what you're all about and you can start selling them what you're really passionate about. So those sales funnels that you build can turn those people that are on the fence and just kind of watching you to raving fans, that become customers and clients. So like I said, my favorite platform, and I think it's a best kept secret because there's not a lot of people that are using this for building their businesses, is on Pinterest. So you might be surprised really how Pinterest can work for you and your business. But I'm telling you, it can. So if you're new to Pinterest and you just aren't sure if you can make this work for you and your business, then stick with me through this workshop. So I'm going to be, totally honest. I do have an offer that I want to talk to you about at the end of this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it because if it's for you, it's for you. And if not, I'm just here to kind of teach you and get you motivated to go start learning something and apply it to Pinterest. So this workshop will be focusing on how I did this, how I went from 0 visitors to 10,000 visitors a day. Okay, so in this workshop, we are going to cover what's working right now on Pinterest. We're going to talk about how to get traffic onto Pinterest. I'm going to introduce you guys to the amazing power of group boards. I've had a lot of people, especially in our private membership group that we have, just really say, I didn't even have an idea. I had no idea that there was even group boards out there. So I'm going to talk to you about that and teach you how to find those and how to get on those. We'll cover a little bit about my favorite tool for creating the perfect pinnable images, because Pinterest really is all about making things pretty. So I want to ask you if you really are using Pinterest. What is Pinterest exactly? Does it really matter? You've been using it, for fun. Maybe 5 years ago you set up an account and you have pins that look just like this. You threw a whole bunch of stuff on decorating your house, recipes, maybe Brad Pitt back in his Thelma and Louise days, or, a couple quotes here and there. But you never really thought about using Pinterest as your business. So my goal for this workshop is just to really have you be able to answer this question. What is Pinterest? Does it really matter? And do you really need it? Because you've been getting along without using it for your business. By having you be able to say that yes, that you really do need it and you completely understand why you need it. You need to get into Pinterest like now. So let me just talk to you about how I got into Pinterest. So the story that I talked to you about a little bit at the beginning was my story. I was really burned out. I felt like I was just constantly hunting down my next client, and I was tired of hosting those parties. I was tired of asking my friends and my family for a favor, and I just really wanted to learn how to start attracting my next client to come to me. That was my only goal. I just wanted to be able to put out, this is my offer, this is what I do, teach, inspire people, and then have them come to me. So what I did is I put myself in my client's shoes and I asked, where is she hanging out? What is she looking for? What does she need help with? And can I provide the problem to solve her problem, or the solution to solve her problems? So I started with Facebook, and it was okay and it worked for a little bit. And then I went to Instagram and it was super slow. So I decided just to nix those, jump over to Pinterest and really just focus on Pinterest. And the best way that I believe that you can jump in really to learning something is by taking a course. That's just how I work really good. So I searched and searched and signed up for the next course that I could find. And I went to a blog conference actually. And I just thought, man, these bloggers have the best kept secret of online marketing and they don't even realize that they have it. I loved all the stories and the success that the people were having. And I just was really inspired. So I went to the key speaker and I hired her on the spot and I joined a mastermind group and I just focused and threw everything I had into learning all about Pinterest, how I could use it to serve my client, how I could use it to attract my client. And after literally like thousands of hours of studying and practicing and tweaking and testing and applying what I was learning within the month and over the next few months, I went from 0 visitors that I had previously had for 9 months to my website to having 1,000 to 10,000 visitors a day. So yes, I fell in love with Pinterest, and that resulted, I should say, all those visitors resulted in sales as well. Clients starting to contact me and wanting to work with me. So you may be kind of asking, what is, like, how can I do this? So Kes, how do I start? How do I start getting somebody to come and find what I am all about? The very first thing is to give her something to pin. So you've got your website. Give her an image that she is going to want to bookmark for later, because you got to think about Pinterest and how it's used. I love bookmarking articles. I want to come back to. That's the whole point of Pinterest, right? So if I find like a step-by-step guide for building a website that I love and I want to research later, I will pin it. Or if I have found that recipe that promises me that I can make with 5 ingredients or less in 5 minutes and my family's going to love it, I'm going to pin it. That is how Pinterest is used. So make your website a place that people want to pin your images. Make those images look good. Make it also related, of course, to what you do and what you sell, so that they know what you're talking about. You're going to also want to add text over those images. So let me show you a couple examples. I've got this one here that says sugar alternatives that are actually good for you. People will come to my website, see this blog post. I've made it very, very easy for them to pin using that pin button up in the very top corner that you can see to be able to save so that they can refer back to it later. This is another one that's really popular. 3 recipes to fix your sugar fix. I help people kill their sugar detox or get off their sugar addictions, right? Kill their sugar addiction. And so a lot of times they're looking for recipes to help them get through that. I've made it easy for them to save that by hitting the pin button. They can come back and reference to that anytime. So let's talk about valuable Pinterest traffic versus worthless Pinterest traffic, because there is a difference. And when you are creating a pin for your website, you get to decide, like, will this be something that is providing value and will teach them something, or is this kind of just for fun and honestly a worthless pin? So for example, this is a pin that I would have used. It's quitting sugar, what not to do. And this is something that people are going to pin. They're going to find value for it. They're going to think, I know I need to go off sugar. When I do go off sugar, I need to reference back to this article so that I understand all the process that's going to happen to my body with my hormones and all that. So this is considered a valuable Pinterest traffic. And when I created this pin and put it on Pinterest, I knew that I wanted them to be able to come back to read my blog all about quitting sugar. But there are also pins that we can use that are kind of for fun. This is just a quote. It's actually one of my most successful quotes. I've had this one pinned. I think last time I looked, it was like over 120,000 times. It's not really teaching them something, but it has driven traffic back to my website. So just when you're creating a pin, be strategic about how you're placing it, what you're saying, and also being able to bring people back to your website that they're going to see what you have placed on your pin. I love motivational quotes, and they do really well on Pinterest. Okay, so you're going to want to create a pin and link it back to your free gift. So a lot of people think when they're coming to Pinterest that they are there to kind of look for cute pictures of their, puppies or ideas for their next decoration that they're doing in their house or things like that. But we all love free stuff. So when they are on Pinterest and she sees you solving her problem with a pin, she's going to get excited. What's going to make her even click on that more is if you are giving away something. So I want you to create a pin that links back to getting something free. So like, for example, you could do 10 free budget worksheets, or your best inner thigh workouts to do at home, and 50 ways to make extra money from home. Things like that. Those are things that people want to pin and be able to click on. They're going to get a free gift by knowing they're going to get that checklist or that worksheet or the videos that you've created that are over on your website. Pinterest is used differently than anything else. It is really used for the user's benefit. So they like to go and they love to pin, and then they want to come back and be able to look at it later. So like on Facebook, when we think about this, you're limited. You don't really share a lot on Facebook. You're a little more reserved. Yes, we have some funny articles we'll see, or some funny memes or things like that we want to share. But on Facebook, we really aren't constantly sharing everybody else's content. And on Pinterest, it's a lot different because that's all we're doing. We're sharing everybody else's content like crazy, and you are pinning a lot. What that does is it creates this viral reaction. So I want to talk a little bit about how to create and promote traffic on Pinterest. So first of all, I want to just tell you that Pinterest is all about it being pretty. So it's got to look good. It's got to be laid out correctly. And I'll show you that here in a minute on Canva, my favorite tool that I use. But it has to be pretty. It has to be able, you have to be able to look at it and know exactly what you're getting. The text on it, the copy on it needs to be really clear and, appealing to your ideal client, to your market that you're trying to attract. So let me give you a couple of resources that you can go to be able to make your Pinterest look a little bit better and to use images. There is so many great free websites nowadays out there to be able to find these photographers that have generously put up their amazing photography for us to be able to use. So my top favorite one that I use constantly is pexels.com. It is free. And my second one that I use is pixabay.com. That one's also free. And then there's a paid version that you guys can look into that's called photodune.net. And that one is a paid version. There's so many out there. These are just a few examples just to help you kind of get started and start looking at images, because Pinterest has got to be pretty. When you create a pin, it's got to be nice and good looking. So like I said, this is probably one of my favorite tools of creating images. To make Pinterest look good, Canva has come out with amazing simple templates, and maybe I'm going to take a second. We're going to jump over. I'm going to just show you a quick way to make your own Pinterest image. So this is Canva. We're at canva.com, and Canva has made it really simple, where as you hover over these images up here at the top, and you can always hit this button to hit more if you want to. But right here, Pinterest, these are the exact measurements that you need to create a Pinterest image. So Canva has made it very easy that if you want to come in here and make a bunch of images for your new blog post that you have created, they have made it simple. Let me just show you how simple this is. We'll just create one really quickly. So over here, you've got a whole bunch of layouts that are already done. I mean, these are incredible. They look really good. I've used a lot of these. I've used this one. I've used this one. I've used this one. And a lot of times I will just take it and see it down at the bottom here. It says they're free. Some of them you do need to pay for. Once in a while you'll see a dollar sign. But $1, guys. They're only $1. So let's just take this first one. You select it. If you don't love this image, all you can do is, if you wanted to search their images here on Canva, we could do that. So we could type, let's type girl. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so we could pull this image over here and place it here. I don't really like where that's at, so I double clicked on it. I'm going to move it up. Hit the check mark and done. Okay, so I've changed that image just a little bit. I can go ahead and click on here. Let's see how to meditate. Tips. Okay, simple. We'll just keep it that. Really easy. So Canva has made it really easy for you to come over here. This image is perfectly set for Pinterest. All you would do is go here and hit download it and save it to your computer, and that's it. And my little tip with when I'm coming over to Canva is I will make a whole bunch of images. So let me just show you when I'm kind of in the flow and you know, kind of in that creative groove, I make a bunch of images all at once. And so I will just make one after another. And these were all about my one blog post that I was creating. And so I just decided to make like 25 different images, all on the same blog post. And Canva makes it really simple that you can come over here and hit duplicate. Oh, it won't let me because I have too many now. But it's very, very user-friendly. You can change images, you can change colors, you can do just about anything here on Canva, and it is free. So that's pretty cool. I do have the paid version now because I like to be able to save my colors and my logo and things like that. But one of my favorite tools. So, all right, let's jump back over here to present. And you know, I'm going to pause just for a second to jump over onto Facebook, make sure there is no questions. Okay, awesome. You guys are doing good. All right, let's continue. Okay, so that should be loading up my slideshow. Okay, all right. So let's talk a little bit more about, well, first of all, just guys, if what I just showed you on Canva is overwhelming and you're like, Kez, I am just totally not tech savvy or creative at all, I don't have a creative bone in my body, then hire somebody to do this. There's a lot of people that love creating images. There's a lot of people that are really, really artistic out there. I've hired my 13-year-old to do this stuff. So if you don't want to do it yourself, there's a tip, hire it out, okay? Okay, let's move on. So Pinterest, it's got to be pretty. We want to, you know, just make sure that the images look really good. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, let's go back here. Let's see. That skipped for a second. Okay, so number 2, let's talk about messaging and tailoring to your audience. So when your ideal client comes to Pinterest, she's usually looking for some help. And Pinterest is great because it's a large search engine optimization. It's a lot like Google. People use it a lot for coming over Pinterest. Just think about it. Last time you went to Pinterest, what's the very first thing you do? You go up to that top toolbar, right? And you start typing something like how to paint my bedroom wall, or show me colors of all blue decorations, or best Christmas gifts for the neighbors, things like that. So you want to be able to create what your audience needs. What does she need help with? What is she really excited to try? Maybe she's come and she's excited to try these new recipes to kill her sugar addiction. You want to solve her problem. And I really want you to understand your audience. I want to first say, though, that what I just showed you, how I made like 25 different images, I do that all the time because there's going to be certain images that work really well and some that don't. And so I love to test. I will create the same words with different images for my posts, or even switch out the words and use the same image. So I'm constantly trying to figure out what my audience is drawn to, what she wants to hear, what pops on the screen for her. So don't be afraid to try things. Just offer different things. You're solving their problem. You're, giving her exactly what she's searching for on Pinterest. So just get creative and test and test and test. Okay. So let's talk about group boards because, like I said, in my private paid membership over in the circle, in the Hello Life circle that we have, I introduced this concept of group boards, and most people were like, I have never even heard of group boards. I've been on Pinterest for years and years, and this is the very first time that I have even heard about it. So let me tell you the amazing power of group boards. Imagine that you can post your blog post onto 50 different Facebook pages. Okay, so you have 50 friends and they're kind of all in the health and wellness field, and you go and you're posting your blog post every single day. And some of those people they'll allow you to post your blog 5 times a day. So just think about the reach of all the people that would see your blog post. Pinterest is really unique in that it has a reach of, literally hundreds of thousands of people without them ever even following you. Honestly, I only have about 1,200 people that follow me, but I have over 10,000 people a day coming to my website. That is the power of group boards. So how do you know that you have a group board? I want you to go to your Pinterest account because some of you might already be a part of group boards and you have no idea that you're even a part of a group board. But I want you to go and look at your account. And that little circle down at the bottom, it will show you kind of a section of a few different pictures or images of people. That means that you're part of a group board. And another hint is a lot of times there'll be a lot of more pins that is in that board. So go and take a look at your Pinterest account. First, see if you are a part of any group boards. And if it relates to your business, then awesome. You can go ahead and start pinning to those. So let's talk about how to find group boards, because maybe you're not even a part of group boards and this is the first time that you've even heard about it. I really believe this is one of the best kept secrets on Pinterest, and I'm going to show you how to join boards. So grab your pen, screenshot this screen. You're going to go to this website, pingroupie.com. Okay, pingroupie.com is an incredible place where you can search for group boards, which are relevant to what you do, your niche. So let me just show you. I'm going to exit out here for a second and get over into PinGroupie so that you can come to PinGroupie and really be able to utilize this. So let's say that you come here. And the very first thing that you're going to want to do is up here at the top, it says select categories. So you're going to want to hit that arrow and just kind of scroll through there and pick the thing that is closest to what your niche is all about. Okay. There's not everything in here, but just go ahead and pick something pretty close to it. So we're going to go health and fitness since I know that industry. And then I'm going to come over here to enter description. We're going to look up detox. And then we're going to hit filter. So this is going to filter all the Pinterest boards that have anything to do with health and fitness and detoxing. So let me just show you how to be able to read this so that you understand it. So right here we've got the title. This is the group board name, okay? Over here we've got the category, of course, of health and fitness. This is how many pins are in that group board. The collaborators is how many people are a part of that group board. Followers, of course, is the people that are following those boards. And then last crawl is how active it is. And you want this to be pretty active. So within the year means that it's been pretty active. So the cool thing about this is you can come over here and hover over description. And what we're going to be looking for is any group boards that are looking for people to be able to collaborate with them. Right here it says to join this board as a contributor, just leave a comment on the latest pin and don't forget to invite your friends. So they are taking collaborators right now. They are trying to grow this board. So all you would need to do is follow their instructions. So we would go over to their Pinterest account here, Eat Healthy Selection. I'm going to show you. You'll see all these images up here at the top. The first one right here closest to the description is the owner, okay? Just so that you guys know that. And her instructions were to be able to come over to this first pin that she has, scroll down to the comments and say, I would love to join. Okay, we're going to hit add. She will contact me, and usually within a couple hours, I will get a notification up here that I have been invited to this board. Oh, and we got to follow the board as well. That's important. Okay, so what I want you to do is just come over here and find a bunch of boards to be able to join. Please make sure that it's relevant to your business. Don't join boards if you're a health coach and you're going to join travel boards or decorating boards or things like that. Make it to your niche. And a lot of times on these descriptions, they will have really detailed rules on, sometimes they'll say you can only pin 5 times a day or 10 times a day. But when you join the group boards, make sure you just know the rules of the board and you're not spamming, you're not abusing that because that is somebody else's and you can be kicked off of it. So Pin Groupie is incredible. It's going to help you to be able to get, get your blog posts out there a lot quicker. Okay. All right. So that should be good. Oh, and the other thing you can do is over here on order by, sometimes I will go by, the amount of followers, hit filter, and then you'll get this descended with big groups. So right now they only have 8 people and they have a lot of followers. So you can do that and kind of organize that. And then you can also change right here to do whatever you want to do. So sugar detox might bring up something different. So kind of mess with that. But Pin Groupie will be your best friend. This is where you're going to find a lot of group boards to join. Okay, let's jump back over. All right, I'm jumping over on Facebook. How you guys doing? Just give me a thumbs up if you're still with me. Say hello. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments. I will get to them and answer them at the end. Awesome. Okay, you guys are doing good. Hi, Kara. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Christine. All right. Okay, so Pin Groupie, you've screenshotted that. You've got it bookmarked. Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about what to do next. I want you to go and take action. So I want you to, number 1, I want you to go and improve the images that are already getting pinned from your website. Well, Kes, how do I do that? Here's a website that you can go to that you're going to go to find out exactly what is getting pinned. So go to pinterest.com/source/yourblog.com. So it'd be pinterest.com/source/keepeatingsimple.com because that's my health coaching website. And you'll find out all the images that are already getting pinned. So I want you to look for trends to your pins. So what's popular? What are people, what time of year too? You can always track that. I have certain times of year that things are really, really popular. So I'll make sure that people can get to those pins during that time of year. If any of those pins are really ugly, make sure that you update them, change the image out, make sure the text is really clear, and just kind of spruce those up. Okay, so the second thing that I want you to take action on is I want you to find your most visited pages in analytics and improve those images. If you don't have analytics on your Facebook page, that's probably because you're not a business account, and you need to switch your Pinterest account to a business Pinterest account. That's the very first thing that you need to do with starting Pinterest and using that as your business. The third thing that I'm going to have you start doing is start looking for related group boards to join and to pin to. I've already shown you the best source that you can go to with Pin Groupie. You're going to love it. It's going to really help you to be able to get some fast followers really fast, and just really start connecting with other like-minded people and be able to collaborate with each other. So you might be asking, now what, Kes? You know about Pinterest. You know a little bit about why you need to get on Pinterest. And I've been telling you about, the best kept secret that I really believe Pinterest. It's, we've talked a little bit about valuable images versus worthless images and how to get traffic onto Pinterest, and then also the importance of group boards. So I told you at the beginning that I would talk a little bit about a product that I have available, and I want to just kind of talk to you a little bit about that now. There is good news. It's so simple to start with Pinterest. Really, you just have to start. And I have put together a really easy step-by-step system to help you start building your funnel by using Pinterest. And I think what I want to do is I am just going to exit out of here for a second and kind of show you. And you know what? Before we do that, I want to give you one more live example because Holly offered to let us kind of critique her Pinterest account. And like I said, if nothing else, I want you to be able to leave here off this workshop and be able to go and do something. So let's just kind of, thank you, Holly, for allowing us to use your Pinterest account and be able to critique it a little bit. I'm going to help her go through this and just be able to make this look a little bit better and be able to use it for her business account. So a couple things. Holly, first, I love it. Right from the beginning, I know that you're not really using it for your business, but you can easily switch that over to your business. So Holly is a health coach, and right now I would not get that impression by jumping over here. So first step is first impression. When your client comes to your Pinterest account, what is the very first thing that they see? That's usually going to be on this top row. Do they know what you're all about? Do they know what your business is all about? And I'm a little bit confused of, what her business would be if she was promoting this as her business. So I would make sure that as somebody coming to the Pinterest account, very first thing, make sure they understand what you are all about. I believe that this is not set up as a business account, so you'd want to switch that over to business. The other thing, Holly, you're not using is, like I said, Pinterest is used as a search engine tool, just like Google. So a lot of people come up here to the search and search for things here. The only way they're going to understand and know what you do is if you have right here some information. So let me just pull up my account here so you can see, for example, so I have a link to my website. I've also explained exactly where I am. I'm in Utah. I'm a certified wellness coach. I help you kill your sugar addiction for good, eating healthy foods, weight loss, fitness, detox. Those words, weight loss, fitness, detox, those show up really well on SEO. So that would be the very first thing I would do, is make sure you go in and just edit so that you have a description here and so that people can find what you're all about, Holly. The other thing that, again, with Pinterest is we want things to look pretty. So right now, I just see a lot of pins. So see how you see these four pins, and it just looks kind of messy and not very clean. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Over here on my site, my boards, you can create an image to be your main cover image. And it makes it look so much better when people come over to your website. They know exactly what they want and how to look for it. And that is really easy to do. All you're going to do is kind of hover over the board, hit edit. Right here at cover, you're going to hit change, and then you're going to get to choose any of those images that are already in your board to be the main cover photo. So that's really simple step to do to make your Pinterest boards look really clean. But one main image is what I would suggest. You're also missing, Holly, at the top here, this slider, and you can choose up to 5 boards. So this is kind of like your open store marquee, right? This is kind of showing people what I'm all about. This is the best from my blog posts here, and I'm teaching about food. I'm also going to talk to them about detoxing. I love inspirational quotes, and then working out at home is another big thing that my followers love. So you can add that to your account, Holly, as well up at the top to make that a little bit better. One thing I do want to say, if you want to use this account for your business and for personal, the other really cool thing that you can do is, so for example, down here at the bottom, I noticed that you have second pregnancy. If you don't want all your followers to see the things that you're pinning for your second pregnancy, you can actually go in and create and make that a secret board. So again, you're just going to go in, hover over, hit edit, down right here at the bottom, it says secret. You just mark that, and now it's secret and nobody else will see it, but it'll still be on your Pinterest account. Okay, so if there's you want to keep that that don't apply to your business at all, then you can go ahead and create those and make those a secret. So I think that is enough to kind of get you going, to make this look a little bit better, get some SEO. I'm going to talk one more thing about SEO as far as having people find your stuff as well. Make sure on every single pin that you pin, and also on your boards, that you have this as well. So right here on my top of my boards, it tells people what this is all about. And again, this is all search engine optimization as well. So healthy recipes, healthy tips, how to kill your sugar addiction. Make sure you have that. And then on every pin, you also want to have a description underneath. If it's your own pin, you're going to want to make sure that you've put something to link back so people can find it really easily and be able to search with that. So, okay, I hope that's helpful, Holly. Great start though. I know that you just need to tweak a few things, and honestly that your Pinterest account can be up and running. We can start getting people attracted to it and start using this to build your funnel out. So, all right, I am going to just switch out and go to live here. See if we have any comments. Okay. And I think I can see comments here. Angeles, hi. And tell us where you guys are joining us from. As you jump on, say hello and where you're watching from. If you have any questions, please ask me. I'll be here for a few more minutes. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the offer that I have for you. In fact, why don't we jump over there while we're waiting? If you guys have comments, throw them at me and I will come and look at them again. Okay, so you don't, okay, let me really iterate this. Things can be really technical out there, right? When we're building our website, when we're coding, when we're learning all these things. And I'm telling you that you don't have to be super techie or a sales pro to master Pinterest. Like, honestly, it's a really simple, clean funnel that you can build. And I really honestly believe that anybody in any type of business can use Pinterest to grow their funnels, to be able to attract clients to them. So I mentioned at the beginning that I do have something that I've been working on, a program that I've been working on. It is in pre-sale right now, and that means that you will get it delivered to you on July 24th. I love that the date is kind of cool this month, the 7/17. I'm kind of freaking out about. This will be sold, over $200 is what the normal price is going to be. But because I love the date right now, I wanted to offer kind of a pre-sale price in honor of 1717. Isn't that a cool date? 7/17/17. So this pre-sale will continue, and that will end on Monday midnight at this price. We're going to offer my program that I have for you guys, all about starting your Pinterest account and how to build your sales funnel out for 117. This is the only time that I'm going to offer it at 117. It will change as soon as that date is gone. But because of the cool date, I just thought, why not? We'll just throw it out there and it'll be 117. So to be able to find out more information about it, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. If you guys are interested, you can jump over to my website. I've laid out all the details there. It's a 12 module step-by-step guide. I have videos for you. I've laid out every single step that you guys need to be able to start with Pinterest and get that going. So you can go over to Rocha, that's KESROCHA.com/Pinterest. And you can, read the details there. You can find out all about it, find out if it's something that it's for you. This pre-sale, like I said, is only going till Monday night, and that will be for $117. After that, the price will jump up to over $200. So, if it's been on your mind that, hey, I've tried all other social media, I've tried Facebook, I've even thrown money at Facebook ads, I've done Instagram, and I'm just super frustrated. I hear you. I was there. That's where I was at. And Pinterest became my love. I love Pinterest. It's a very, very friendly place to be able to teach and connect with your potential clients. So that is all I have for you guys today. Going to exit out one more time here. Bring back my face so that you guys can see me. And there we go. Okay, so if there's any other questions or thoughts, throw them at me. In the next few minutes, I will just be here for a second. I'll jump over on my phone to make sure that there's no questions there. Okay. Hey, Tony. Nice to see you. All right. Okay. This was longer than I normally plan. I normally try to keep these under 30 minutes, but I just had a lot to show you. I'm really excited about this platform. Pinterest is the bomb, guys, and you need to start using it. So if nothing else, take what I've taught you today, go and make your Pinterest account prettier, go get on group boards, start promoting your stuff, start sharing other people's things, because that's what Pinterest is all about, and let me know what questions you have. Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for jumping on.